Hey everyone! Welcome down the rabbit hole. It's Friday, gotta get down on Friday. It's finally Friday. Okay. If you are here and you can hear me, let me know, because of course I'm always questioning whether you guys can hear me. I usually... Lulu! Oh, you're here. So good to see you, my good friend Lulu. Can't wait for Katie Rabbit. She has such great insight into all these crazy situations. Thank you, Lulu. You're so sweet. Hi, Erie. Thank you, Lulu. So sweet. Hi, Michelle. Okay, guys. It's Friday. But Friday is kind of like the start for me. I know not everybody's life is like this, but Friday is kind of like the start where I have 2 days of my kids like needing me 24/7 because they don't go to school. They should have school on Saturday and Sunday. And Monday is Memorial Day, right? So they'll be home too. That's 3 days. 3 days. Renelle Smith. Oh, I love. She says, "Hello, my beautiful friend. Hope you're well. Hope you're well." I love you, Renelle. Renelle has a great channel. Go check her out. If you're not aware, she has a wonderful channel. Okay. I found this. So as I was like going through all my videos, and I just have a really busy like portion of my life coming up, and I'm like kind of blissfully like really into it in certain ways. My daughter is graduating from elementary school, and my big part in the graduation is I'm making this really intense video where I play like a ton of Adele songs, and Adele is like, "When we were young," and it's like all these pictures of the kids are flashing from like age 0 to now, and it makes me cry with like tears coming down my face. Hi, Adriana. Love you, girl. Triple threat. Hi, Psycho Debbie. So there's a lot going on in my life, like a lot of good things, and I've got to focus on that. So I cannot stand it. I cannot stand it when I could not complete things on my YouTube channel. So like, for example, right now, there's a bunch of SHIT going on in the background. Like the shit is bananas, okay? There's a bunch of crazy shit going on in the background for me. One of many things is that Shonda's girlfriend has contacted me, and we've had some back and forth. And I can't stand that I don't have the time or the energy or the ability to really focus on making a video because I want things, it's like I want to make a calendar. Like every day when something happens, I want you to see that it's happened on my channel. And then as you watch each video, like you see the timeline of how this has all unfolded. You know, those things are like important to me. So it's hard for me when I get like 3 to 4 days behind, which is like no big deal, right? But in my head, I'm like, oh my God, I have so much to say and I'm so behind and I didn't make a great video about it. Hi, Shadow. Good to see you. Sizzle. Teresa. I have a little Coke, sorry. Normally I try not to at least drink Coke on screen, but there's too much going on tonight, all right? So I wanted to hop on and at least catch you up on a little bit of what's going on with me. As I was looking through all my many videos and pictures and I was trying to find Kathy! Kathy, who are you? And why do you always send me money? That is like so thoughtful and wonderful, and you are amazing. Kathy, you've done this before. That's so sweet. Thank you. Hi, Wyatt. Kathy, you should contact me and I'll do like something for you. Like I'll do, if you're into tarot readings, I could do something like that. Kathy has done that before, Lulu B. It's insane. Absolutely insane. I wanted to share with you because as I was going through my videos, I found this and I was like, oh my God, none. I don't know how many of you are familiar with this, but this is one of our favorite people, our favorite subscribers, a very close friend and #1 subscriber of Nikki, Supernatural Crime with Nikki. Check out that channel. Nun was one of our favorite people. She was very close with Nikki, and she did pass away. I believe it was in December. And we just try to like always remember and honor her. And when I came across this video, I was like, I'm going to share it. I made this after she passed away. This is a shark. He was a megalodon, but then he grew balls. And so we call him Megaloballs. And we love to have Nun. This is how I like picture her riding Megaloballs through space. We miss you, Nun. But I'm sure you're having a great time on that shark, girl. We miss you a lot. Okay, so I just wanted to hop on and talk to you a little bit about what's been happening with me regarding Shonda's girlfriend. I won't give you all of the information here because I do want to put it into a video where I actually take the time to make it very readable. And many of you know that I'm highly aware that when I do my live streams, there's a lot of breaking up. And that's because we live in the middle of nowhere and we don't have like broadband. I don't understand how I can get better internet. I've paid like top dollar for the best internet we can possibly get, and it still doesn't work very well. So I'm just going to give you a little taste of what's going on. If you are not aware, 3 days ago, I put out a video, and it was about a phone call between Shanda Vander Ark and her new prison girlfriend, okay? I had received the snippet of the phone call from another creator who mainly operates on TikTok. And she just shared it with me and said, like, I got this snippet of a phone call, and I know you're covering Shonda now, and you've done Gypsy in the past, and we had collaborated about Gypsy. And she was like, hey, I thought you might want to like share this part of a phone call. And it's a very small portion. I think it was 3 to 4 minutes long. That was it. I played it in a video in which I talked extensively about my research, learning all about prison wives. And I thought I did a great job showing you guys like the different types of prison wives I found. And unfortunately, within probably 10 hours of that video going up, it was struck down. I've never had a strike on my channel before. I'm just not the kind of person that uses other people's content. Thank you, Adriana. I love you, girl. I know you're going through a lot, and you know that I'm thinking about you. I really am. I was checking out your Facebook the other day and was like, I hope Adriana knows that I'm with her. So thank you. That was really sweet of you. Okay. So yes, I was like thinking to myself, there's so much going on here. I want to share it with you guys. But I had this video struck down within 10 hours of putting it up, right? And when I went to take a look at what was going on with the strike, because I've never been struck before, so I don't know how it works, but I had all this information that YouTube provided me with, all right? And I'm in my comfy sweater. I hope you guys are too. I'm getting ready to go to bed in a little bit. I was up really late last night. But anyway, I got this form, and it talked about like you've been struck by, and it said down the rabbit hole at bedtime. It said down the rabbit hole at bedtime has stated that they have a copyright on this video and they've struck you. Well, guess what? I'm down the rabbit hole at bedtime, and I certainly didn't strike myself. So I was like, what the hell's going on here? You know, looked over it a few more times because maybe I'm just losing my mind a little bit. And no, it definitely said that down the rabbit hole at bedtime struck down the rabbit hole at bedtime. And this was really crazy, especially because everyone on YouTube knows it's just common courtesy that you don't strike each other. You reach out to the person and talk to them about it, and people are like willing to work with you, and it's like, it doesn't have to be a big deal. So for someone to strike you, it's usually pretty malicious. And so I was like, I don't know what this is. And especially, you know, I assume maybe it would be like Zav Girl or something, and that I'd be able to talk to her. But it says that down the rabbit hole at bedtime struck me. So now I can't even communicate with the person. And that really bothered me. And it was fake. It's like a forgery, right? You can't say that down the rabbit hole at bedtime owns the copyright to this video, owns the copyright to this phone call, because I don't, you know? So I immediately like filled out the information to fight it. And I was like, how could I have copyright struck myself? Tell me that, YouTube, you know? Adriana says, I know her mom is on hospice and I'm going through my second breast cancer. I hope it's okay that I put that on screen. I've missed you a lot. And I know you're going through a lot with your mom, but you are an amazingly strong person to be there for her through this time. And I know you guys haven't always had like everything in your relationship. So you're really special to be doing this for her. And I'm glad you're here. So yes, it's like I had received, you know, this information saying that I struck myself. I was like, no. I fill out the form to like combat it and send that in, and that all gets done. But as a part of all of that, just so you guys are aware, and maybe some of you are aware, it's like nothing I've ever dealt with before. When you strike someone, And when you then try to combat that strike, one thing that you have to do is input your information, okay? So like, for example, it says, okay, you want to combat down the rabbit hole at bedtime about this copyright strike. What is your name, your first and last name? What is your address? What is your email address? And it asks you a bunch of questions that you don't normally get asked by YouTube. So it's a lot of information. And the thing that you need to be aware of is that the other person, the person who struck you, then gets access to that information. And that's why a lot of people won't fight a strike, or they get really upset about a strike because maybe they don't want that person to know any of their personal information. But lucky for me, Katie Joy Paulson recently put all my information all over, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and God, probably the dark web by now. So I was just like, type. Here's all my information. And I sent it off. Okay. And when I did that, it then was like, okay, here's all the information for the person who struck you. And it still said down the rabbit hole at bedtime, but it had an email address because they couldn't really fake the email address, I'm guessing. And that email address linked back to an account. And that account linked back to a name. And that name told me an awful lot about this person. Okay. So I was just like, oh, Wyatt, you have no idea how doxxed I have been. It goes much further than that. If any of you want to know more, because a lot of you probably don't even know about Katie Joy Paulson, I made this video. I think it's called like Katie Joy is coming after my nursing license. And yeah, what happened to me in February without a crystal ball, Katie Joy Paulson, is absolutely insane. So go check it out. So I was like, okay, I sent the information over, and then I see all this person's information. And I'm like, well, this isn't Zav, girl. I don't know exactly who this person is, but, my thought process is this could potentially be Shonda Vander Ark's new prison girlfriend. Okay. Now, with all of that said, like, I'm not someone to be like, let me put out all this information about this person. So I really didn't care, except that I want to know why you're copyright striking me. Tell me why you have the copyright to this video. That's what I care about. And what's your motivation in all of this? I don't care who you are. I just want to know, like, what's the motivation? Why are you doing this out of nowhere? And mainly, once again, mainly because you put that down the rabbit hole at bedtime was striking me. Do you have a channel called Down the Rabbit Hole at Bedtime? Like, I need to know. I need to figure out what's going on here. Groovy Canadian chick, that's so sweet. You are so sweet. How can we help you? You're so sweet. I don't want anyone. I mean, yes, I could use help, but then I'm just like, I don't like when people have to step in and help me with stuff. Just emotionally support me through this. Okay, so I got the strike. It's no big deal for me because I've never had a strike on my channel. And when you get your very first strike, it's very easy to take care of it. I'm not going to go into all that because it's something else. Now, in the future, if you continue to get struck, it will become a problem for you. But of course, like, I'm hoping that doesn't happen. I never even really use other people's videos that much. I do sometimes, but I always add in like my commentary to the point that I believe there's no one that could copyright strike me, right? So I was like, all right, let's see what's going on here. So I send this email. So I take the email address and I send an email. I'll be showing everything like up front to you. Like, I'll show some of this in a video where I can like parse it out and cut out certain things to not give away. I'm not going to dox the person. I'm absolutely not going to do that. And I did think to myself, I'm like, I bet this person doesn't understand that all of her information is now accessible to me. And that's kind of sad. I mean, I think that's a really shitty process for YouTube to have. It shouldn't be like you have to give someone all of your personal information to strike them or to fight the strike. So, but whatever, it is what it is. So that's what happened. And I sent her an email and I was just like, hi, like, I'm down the rabbit hole at bedtime. And it looks like you just struck me, but you said that your name is Down the Rabbit Hole at Bedtime. Can you please explain to me why you think you have a copyright on this phone call? All right, let me make this bigger again. Okay. Teresa! Hi, Teresa. So good to see you. Grace, Peter. Been missing you. Marcy. My oldies but goodies. I love you guys. I know you guys don't all follow the Shonda Vander Ark trial, but I really appreciate that you're here. What did Marcy say? I put cayenne pepper in my flower garden, and then I went on a rant about Cat Dookie and my... What? Cayenne pepper in your flower garden for what? To keep cats out? Is that what you're saying? I don't understand. Okay. So I was like, hey, like, what's going on? Blah, 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 blah to this woman. Okay. And I assumed I would never hear back from them. I assumed that they're trying to hide their identity. I did that video where I was like, I don't know, maybe it is. I'm not saying that I thought it was Zav Girl, but I was like, it could be another creator. It could be Zav Girl, it could be other people. Like, who knows? But I emailed them and like, let's see what happens. Well, I'm guessing that, I mean, my thought process would be when she got the email, she was probably like, oh shit, like she probably has some information about me. She has my email, she has whatever. And so she wrote me an email back pretty quickly. I would say probably within 6 hours of me sending the first email. So I was very surprised, right? And she identified herself as Shonda's girlfriend. And I could tell like some stuff was going on. I'll get into that. Anyway, she was just like, yes, I did give this strike because I do own the copyright to this call. All right. And in that first email, what I remember her saying, again, I'm not going to show all of this, but I will show some things when I do my video about it. I thought she said, this is what I remember her explaining, because I had no idea. Those of you who watch Zav Girl's channel, you're probably like, yeah, I already knew about all of this. I was totally aware. And I tried to tell you. And I'm just here to say, like, I don't watch everything Zav Girl. I don't watch everything about the Vanderart case. Like, I'm just kind of new into this. I don't know everything about it. So she said, I'm the one who recorded this call. That's why I have the copyright to it. I recorded it with Shonda's knowledge. And I placed this on YouTube, but only for Zav Girl. And now I don't want anyone sharing it at all. I don't want it on social media. And, I believe that this is my copyright. And then she wrote like a very short paragraph in which she was like, I just really want you to know I'm a good person and I really care about Shonda, and she said some things that honestly, I was like, okay, fine. I think that she was respectful to me up until that point. She said some things about herself that were like, I really care about Shonda, so on and so forth. And then the email ended. All right. So I read the email and I was like, okay, so it was Shonda's girlfriend who did this copyright strike. And I was like, that's interesting. So she is recording. I guess some of you knew this, but I had no idea. So there's this person who's working with Shonda. Shonda's allowing them to record phone calls and then put them on social media and let certain creators have access to them. Why? Why do you think? And this is nothing negative about Zav Girl, but I'm about to say that it has to do with manipulating the narrative about what's going on here. Fully manipulating the narrative. Because if you think about the fact that they know they're recording this call to then put out there for the public, aren't they going to put on a little show for us? I mean, so now I'm like, the wheels in my head are spinning. Okay. I was just like, okay. So I read all that. And then I respond. I sent her back an email in which I was like, wow, here's the thing. I really actually don't care that much about the call. The situation is that it's fraudulent to fill out this copyright strike about me and not put your real identifying information in it. You said that you're down the rabbit hole at bedtime. So I would say that I'm pretty sure the strike will be removed eventually, in my fight, because you didn't fill it out right now. You can fill it out again. I flat out am like, you can fill it out again. But you can't fraudulently play around with this. And what did I say? Oh, I think I said, like, if you would remove the strike, I don't plan to play the call again, but I want you to be fully aware that I'm going to be talking about this and I'm going to express my feelings about what's going on here. For example, that I think this is highly, highly manipulative. So I said that. And then quickly I receive another email. And the email is just kind of like, yeah, sorry I was so busy today and I couldn't get back to you. This email went on for a long time. I was doing this. I was doing that. I really care about Shonda. Like, she's just really important to me. The email did say, something along the lines, which is already what I had been thinking about in regards to this person. She said that she had been in jail or prison before. And so she kind of knows how it is, that this was part of the connection, which is exactly what I was thinking was probably going on. And she said, like, I'd be fine with taking the copyright strike down. I just don't know how to do it. I'll have to Google it later. Like, I have this going on, I have that going on, but I'll get it done, blah, blah, blah. And I didn't respond because I kind of looked at it for a little while and thought to myself, you know what? I don't know that I care about the removal of the copyright strike now that I think about it. What do I care about that? I don't give a crap. And I don't know that I want to like interact with this person anymore. So I just let it sit, and I had a ton of shit to do today. I was up late last night and doing a bunch of stuff for my kids and, you know, enjoying life and everything. And then I got an email today from the girlfriend again. And basically she, you know, it's my assumption, it's only my opinion that this comes from Shonda. She, the girlfriend, asked me to sign a contract with her. She just asked me, are you willing to sign a contract? She talked a little bit about that. And she went into, once again, like how she's a very good person, all the things she does, all the things she cares about. There was a little Buddhism like sprinkled in there, you know? And I don't know. I just sat there like, are you fucking kidding me? That's what I was thinking. And it, like, so my perception was like, I'm not saying my perception is, maybe I'm going to save that for the video. I'll save that. So here's what I wrote. If you guys aren't aware, I do have a Facebook group, and this is the name of it, True Crime Mystery Down the Rabbit Hole. You can join me on Facebook. I just put this up like a few hours ago, so there's some information there. And I will put additional information about this up directly for my members. I haven't done a lot for my members over the past 2 months because you guys know it's only because of everything that's been going on. And my membership is very cheap. It's like $1. But I will put some stuff for members because those people who pay for something, like I want them to have something extra. But here's what I wrote on my Facebook group. I wrote, Shonda Vander Ark's prison GF asked me to sign a contract with them. Here's my response. And then I said, I'm going to be talking about it on my channel right now. I'm just blissfully putting all my time towards planning my child's graduation. Love to all you guys, because I do love everyone who supports me and is around. So thank you to everyone here and everyone that supported me in the past. And I will go back to the chat in a little bit. So this is the final email that I sent to her. I said, hi, name of person. I will not sign a contract with anyone connected with Shonda. You could be a wonderful person, but Shonda tortured and killed an innocent child. So no, I have no plans to play the call further on my channel. I have more important things to worry about right now, including my own effing child with autism. I'm sorry. Like, I actually do believe that this person, well, I don't know. I haven't even read all the emails, so maybe I need to like break it down more carefully. I have a thought in my head that maybe this person is a fine person. She's not like Shonda, whatever. She made a big point of how she's not like baby girl. And you know, I got a sense that maybe that wasn't the case, but like, okay, whatever, like that's fine. But what I cannot accept is that you are in some way supporting Shonda Vander Ark. So I said, you could be a wonderful person, but Shonda tortured and killed an innocent child. So no, I have no plans to play the call further on my channel. I have more important things to worry about right now. However, I will be talking about how this is a very manipulative situation. I'm not worried about the strike. I've never gotten one before, so it won't affect me. Though it will affect some people's channels, so I would be careful because I do want to let her know, like, people are going to start freaking out if you strike them left and right. I've also disputed it and expect it to be overturned. Even if it is, I won't be playing the call. And here's why. Because now I understand that the call was a fabricated attempt to manipulate the public. It was fake anyway. It's a totally fake scenario. Are you kidding me? So now I understand. Let me make it bigger again so I can look at it. Did I say anything else? And then I said, I hope you protect yourself. Down the rabbit hole at that time. Okay. Because if she is this nice, wonderful person that she's saying she is, watch out, girl. Start protecting yourself. Carlotta, I really need to look through all the emails, and I think it was 3 emails, and really understand exactly what was in the contract. She didn't send me a contract because I wasn't like, let me see it. I was immediately like, hell to the no. I'm not signing a contract with you, which to me is a contract with the devil, who is Shonda Vanderark. And you guys know who I am. I hope most of you know who I am, and you know how I am. Like, I'm someone who looks at people's past. I care a lot about people who have been abused. I am someone who looks at someone who committed a crime, and I want to help them. Hey, buddy, real quick. No. Daddy's downstairs. He's going to do a fire and all of that. You got to be with him because I'm finishing this up real quick, okay? I know. It's okay. It's no big deal. I'll be down in just a few minutes. Okay. All right. So, that's who. What? Kathy, this can't be real. What? Kathy, do you have a trust fund? Thank you. And you don't have to keep doing that. That is really, really kind. And it does help. Thank you. That was really nice. Yes, Shonda is a total monster. So, I mean, the contract was like a contract that I will never play that call, that I will never disseminate it or whatever. I'm not sure what else. I'll have to look through the email carefully. But yes, even if it was, let's say, now when I think when she actually sent it to me, it would have, maybe included some extra stuff, but maybe not. Let's say like it was just for me not to play the call. I still think it's the start of these people wanting to control what I say and what I think. And I was just talking to Lulu about this, where I was like, I can't play these games. This is why I'm not meant for YouTube. I'm going to say what I think. I'm not going to be your friend to get an interview with you. Okay. And when I say that, I'm always referring to Katie Joy Paulson. I literally will never come down on another creator because I don't care what anyone else is doing. The person I think is the worst will always be KJ. I'm sorry. That's how I feel. But like, I just cannot be like, hey, okay, yeah. So like, I think, you're a good person, and you're right. Like, Shonda does have good qualities. Do you think you could ever like give me an interview or let me play your phone call or something? I'm never going to do that. I'm not going to do it. And I think because of that. Not today. Not today? It's tomorrow. Okay. All right. I'll be down soon anyway. No fire pit. That doesn't sound right. Okay. All right. I got to go soon because my husband is finally home. If you guys don't know, my husband usually is like abroad doing whatever. So this is like the one night that I could be like doing my own thing and go live with you. So let me get through this. Okay. So the point was that I was just like, this is crazy. I'm not going to, I don't know. It just makes me think this. This is what I want to say, and I love to hear your opinions about it. Like, are we always just being fed whatever a YouTube channel or a news station will say or need to say to get an interview with someone? Do you know what I mean? Like, even like when someone gets an interview with Kim Kardashian, is the tit for tat kind of like that now you're only going to say certain things in a positive way about Kim Kardashian. If someone gets an interview with Gypsy Rose Blanchard, they're only going to say certain things about Gypsy Rose Blanchard. And like, I just can't do that. And I often have opinions that are so different from like the mainstream, and I still say them. And lots of you like hate me for it. And I'm like, oh, well, this is how I feel. I can't pretend not to feel that way. And a couple of months ago in February, I think a lot of you are aware, Christy Blanchard came to my channel and started talking a bunch of, whatever. And the feeling I got was that she wanted to see if I was willing to play a game with her. And when it became clear that I wasn't willing, I never heard from her again. And I'm very happy about that, because as time went on, so this is the Shonda Vanderark thing. I will make a video showing more and giving you more information. But here's what's going on here. I believe that Christy Blanchard has created a toxic web on YouTube. All right. This is my incredibly professional diagram I wrote on my Facebook group. Check out this incredibly professional diagram I made about the toxic web of Christy Blanchard. I'm going to add reality to it. That's someone from TikTok. And I just want to know, can you guys think of any other creators that need to be added to this? I have so much to say, and I've been working on this video for a while. It's going to take me a while longer to put it out. But essentially, actually long before my dog's here. I'm gonna have to go soon. Because even though my husband is home, everybody comes to me for everything. Okay, so what do I want to say? There's this whole history with Christy Blanchard before Gypsy ever got out of prison. Even when she and Gypsy were fighting with one another, because I'll talk about that in the video as well. Christy was out there creating extremely toxic relationships with many creators. She was manipulating a narrative and she was making things like chaotic, insane. She was helping to dox and spread a bunch of BS around, all around YouTube and social media.
Mommy, this was connecting, but one of them broke.
Let me see.
This one fell apart, but they were all together.
What is it? Oh, raisins.
These are all sticking together.
Let me show.
No,
Drop them. He has raisins that are sticking together like a foursome. It's okay, James. It's okay. All right, guys, I gotta go because my kids are here for me. All right. But I'm so glad to see all of you. Thank you for being here. The dog's still here jumping around. My kids, it doesn't matter that Dad's home. I still got to be there with them. But I really wanted to hop on and let you guys know what was going on with this. I will have the videos coming out. I want to talk to you about all of this and make sure that you're aware of what's going on. But it'll probably be a few more days because I've got this weekend. My husband is home, so we'll probably spend some time together doing some stuff with the kids. And yeah, then Monday is Memorial Day. So sometime next week, I'll have some of this come out. And I would love to hear your comments. If you know more things that I don't know, tell me because I'm listening at this point. Like, I need to know what's happening with all of this. Thank you to all of you. I really appreciate you. I do want to say, I've heard a lot of people saying negative things about Zav Girl. My interactions and what I saw with her involving the interview were great. So I know that there's some stuff out there that people have been talking about, but I'm someone who believes people make mistakes. So I am going down a rabbit hole on that. People can make mistakes and still be good people. Thank you, Ivana. Ivana, you are here. I miss you, girl. I'm just so glad to see all of you. And I hope everyone has a great holiday weekend. Thank you so much.